Today's video is sponsored by Native Sons Goods, makers of premium quality guitar, bag, and camera straps, handmade in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Check out their website to order your own custom creation and play in style. And remember, when you support my sponsors, you support this channel, and I sure appreciate it. How's it going, everybody? This is a Firsch D61 acoustic guitar made in Czechoslovakia. Unusual guitar, kind of a rare guitar. This is one, I put a Fishman, I think this is a knockoff Fishman system in this thing for a guy, and he says it no longer works. And so we're going to try to figure out what's going on with it. All I've done was slap it up here on the bench and plugged it in, and haven't gotten anything, but I'm not even sure if it has a battery in it or anything like that. I just kind of plugged it in for the hell of it. But yeah, we're going to see what's going on with this. Like I said, I think this might be a knockoff Fishman, because I believe he got it like really cheaply or something, and I don't know, it just seems like I remember it maybe being a knockoff. Okay, so something's going on. Interesting. All right, so the tuner is working. It's I think there's no signal coming from the actual. Wait a minute. Okay, there's definitely something going on from here to the output. So that's telling me the output jack should be fine. This cable is fine that's coming from here to the output jack, but this is possibly not wired up correctly. Getting grounded out maybe? I don't know. Whoa, shit. The two pairs were just wired together. I'm not sure what that's all about. Let's see. Hang on. This might end up being easier than I thought, because again, look, this is just. Let's turn that down just a bit. I'm not sure what's happened here. This looks like he has cut this wire, possibly. Well, the first thing I need to do actually is strip this. So let's strip this wire. Turn that down. We don't need that buzzing at us. But yeah, this could possibly be an easier fix than I thought. You bastard. Well, fuck. That's not what I wanted to happen either. That's not small enough. I don't know if I've got wire strippers that will take anything that small. Let's see, hang on. Okay, this set of strippers, you can actually adjust this little block to make the hole smaller. So let's see if I can. There we go. I'm just going to get this ready in case it does work. I want to be able to just go ahead and fix it. We're going to need 2 pieces of shrink tubing, so we'll, if this works, that is. So what we'll do, the good news is this unit seems to be working just fine. I think the problem is either in this wire or in the actual piezo element. Could have just been in this connection right here all along, so we might have just lucked out on this. I didn't think it was going to be that difficult, but he said he thought the Fishman system, the whole system was screwed up. So that was what I was expecting to encounter, was a messed up Fishman system. I'm going to strip this back just a little bit further. Okay. Okay, it's definitely noisy. Let's see if this battery's running down. That's a possibility. No, probably not. Okay, so this is definitely noisy. This is way noisier than what you would expect a system like this to be. This is not, I mean, it's not workable with this amount of noise. I'm just wondering whether it's the... It seems to stop when I grab the shield. Just kind of wondering whether it might be a bad element. I don't know. It seems like about the same amount of noise either way. So I don't know. Let's. I'll tell you what. He sent me with another one of these systems, and I can't remember if he said that the other one was the one he pulled out and tried to replace it with a different one or not. Maybe that's what this was all about. Okay, I found this other system, and I think this was the one that I installed, and he clipped it out. But I think he probably could have left this, or should have left this, because the problem is not with the controller or the preamp. The problem is with the actual element. So I'll show you what I mean. I've got a new element here, and this is the kind that just plugs in. It would have been nice if this one plugged in. Been a lot easier to switch. But this, if you listen to it, I don't know, maybe not, because it does seem to have a lot of noise still. There's no noise when I grab this. It's shielded. But without that, it's just really noisy. Just a really noisy preamp. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to deal with that. That's just a really noisy preamp, and I think this is probably some kind of knockoff Fishman. I don't think this is a real Fishman. Okay, I have this old system hooked up to the power and to the jack back here on the guitar and to the amplifier over there, and it's noisy. It's got some noise associated with it, but it's also a little better preamp because it has a microphone on the bottom. This one does not have the microphone option. There's no grounding or shielding either. This thing is just open. You know, it would seem that they would include some kind of shielded housing, and this isn't shielded at all. If this is a real Fishman, this is a cheap. And this is the one that was brought to me in the first place to install, and it's like, okay, yeah, I can install it, But I don't even know if they make anything these dimensions anymore. That's the problem with making something acoustic electric. You're stuck with the dimensions, and if it screws up on you, you have got to replace with the same thing or something that has the same dimensions. And to research, to put the time and effort to research in this, I'm not going to get my time back out of this. I'm thinking about handing this back to him. This is just not. I got to figure out something else here. I could hook this one up and it would work. But the problem is, it's noisy, you know, it'll work, but it's noisy. I don't know. I think I'm going to reinstall the old one and see if we can't make this one work. Alright, so let this be a lesson to you on Chinese knockoffs of brand name products like Fishman. This thing simply does not work the way it's intended to work. This is actually the Preamps blend. So this one has the blended microphone. Okay, on the microphone side it gives you a passable sound through an amplifier. And the noise is not too bad, but the second you try to switch this thing over to the piezo element, almost no volume. It's just all buzz. So the only thing that really works on this is the microphone. And also the other thing is the tuner. The tuner just will not work properly because I think it picks up all of its sound through the piezo element. And it just, some of these strings it won't even pick up. So, but yeah, just pretty useless with the exception of the microphone side. So, you know, if you're thinking about getting some knockoff of something that's, you know, a fairly expensive name brand American product, think twice, especially when it comes to electronics, because man, that you can get some real duds. He has actually bought 2 of these, hoping that he could get one that worked. This one actually does work again on the microphone side. This one doesn't even have a microphone side, so this one is pretty useless all around. At least this one has the microphone that partially works. But yeah, let this be a cautionary tale to you, because you know, you can really throw away money by doing this. I mean, I think they sell these whole systems for like 20 bucks on eBay or what have you, and the only real things that are even workable are like the cables and the end jack, and that's about it. So you're really buying a $20 end jack, more or less. You know, of course, the real Fishman is going to be a lot more than that. I think they sell those for like 180 or 200 bucks. But, you know, a real Fishman, there's no substitute for it. It's going to sound right. You know, it's going to actually pick up, the piezo's going to work. So, yeah, these knockoffs, they do look very convincing. Even down to the little hang tag that they give you. They give you the little piece that holds the wires inside. They give you these little brackets. They give you the screws. They even give you the instruction manual, nicely printed and everything. Looks legit, but is not legit. So beware, buyer beware, definitely on eBay. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And just keep that in mind when you're going to buy something like this, because you could just be throwing your money away. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you guys got something out of it. If nothing else, maybe you'll think twice the next time you go to buy a Chinese knockoff on eBay. So anyway, hit the subscribe button down below, and we'll see y'all later.